Konami presenta. No lo puedo creer. Uno de los mejores juegos de la historia, con una de las mejores bandas sonoras de la historia. Ay, ay, ay. Pelos de punta, literalmente, muchachos. What? Nos embarcamos en el Metal Gear Solid 3. Hideo Kojima, Tomokazu Fukushima, Shuyo Murata. Qué intro tan icónica. Snake Eater, ahí está. Naked Snake Eating Snake. Juegazo en el que nos embarcamos, muchachos. Inolvidable momento para este canal. Inolvidable para mí jugar esto. Después de tantos años. Y qué mejor manera de jugarlo que en nueva generación. No puedo creer todavía que salió esta recopilación, esta Master Collection. Y ojo que sale el Delta y cae instantáneamente. Aquí en el canal, instantáneamente el Delta. ¡Qué temazo! Un temazo para la historia de los videojuegos y la posteridad. ¿Cómo no se te van a poner los pelos de punta cuando escuchas Snake Eater? Una semana después, ojo, una semana después, sobrevolando el océano Ártico, ya nos acercamos a espacio aéreo soviético.
Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts.
Okay.
All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission.
Okay, estamos cayendo desde altísimo.
One of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Wow, ¿qué quiso decir con un escuadrón de ejecución? ¿Que lo van a matar?
How does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Ok, están hablando de...
Fox is going to die.
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
Están hablando de lo que pasó luego, o sea, esto es lo que pasó luego de la misión virtuosa.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited.
Claro, que acaba de pasar con The Boss y todo eso.
Have a cigar. It's Cuban.
Pero obviamente antes de esto que estamos haciendo de lanzarnos del avión ahorita.
This
Ok.
morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
Cero se reunió con la CIA.
Execute us?
No,
No, no los van a ejecutar.
something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected
Okay.
call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
Khrushchev llamó al presidente de Estados Unidos.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed.
Ok, lo que hizo Volgin.
At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft.
La nave de Cero, donde estaban ellos.
Of this sound familiar to you?
Él lo tiene que negar todo.
Retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on second
Mhm.
alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the killing incident. But my power is not as great.
Ya lo sabemos, por eso están los del
If
GRU.
I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
Él quedó bien debilitado, Khrushchev, después de lo de
I
Kennedy,
should
la
have
muerte de
contacted
Kennedy.
you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
De voz.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin, of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war.
Ujú. De voz ayudó en la victoria de las...
Her as Voyevoda.
You mean the boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts.
Ok, sí, todo eso
Davy
es cierto.
Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she
Sí.
defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes,
Ok,
that's
eso
correct.
es correcto, eso es
And
todo lo
the
que ha pasado.
American government denies any
Bueno,
involvement in the
sí,
affair.
porque también es cierto.
Is that
Ellos no
right?
tienen nada que ver con eso que
That's
sucedió.
correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a US military aircraft doing
Eso,
on our
eso es
radar
una
screen?
coartada importante.
It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your
Bueno, eso sí es mentira. Eso sí es para cubrirse ellos las espaldas.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident.
Ok, sí
I will need
sabemos
some
eso.
kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government.
¿Qué
You
prueba?
have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence.
Yes, preferably something
Matar a Devos.
painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
Claro, para demostrar
Boss should be close to Colonel Volgin.
que De Vos no es una
No
infiltrada.
action.
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volkin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government.
Claro, él no puede hacer nada porque Volkin es enemigo de él también, de Khrushchev.
And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volkin as well.
What is that supposed to be?
Mucho que pedir.
Nothing means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
Todo por
What if we
culpa.
can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion.
Mira lo que pasó.
Disposal, huh?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
Un poquito de peso sobre los hombros tenemos.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
Tenemos que demostrar que América no hizo esa explosión. Y matar a DeVos demuestra la inocencia. Ya vamos a explicar por qué.
The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable.
Solo Naked Snake es el capaz de matar a DeVos.
Screw this one up, and we'll both.
Si la cagas, habrá firmado nuestra sentencia de muerte. No tenemos alternativa. Mucha info que procesar, pero no. La KGB ha dicho que nos va a prestar uno de sus satélites de comunicación. What? What the
Also
fuck?
put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960.
Eva.
Do you remember it?
You mean the two NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva.
Adam y Eva.
I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks.
Adam está infiltrado en las filas de Volkin.
Also arranged for him to provide you with an
Y
escape.
también va a ayudarte a
You'll
escapar.
need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Tengo que encontrarme con Adán una vez llegue. Bueno, esto es lo que está pasando, es interesante. Control, se ha detectado un avión identificado. ¿Qué avión es ese? Ese no es americano, pero se ven muy parecidos.
It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose
¿Ya?
it.
¿Qué está pasando? Eso somos nosotros, no, ahí nos lanzaron. Mira, qué forma de frenar. ¡Qué barbaridad! Otra vez nos tragamos un árbol, coño su madre. ¡Qué aterrizaje, cabrón! Bueno, muchachos, lo que está pasando aquí es hay mucho que procesar. Ya vamos a hablar al respecto de esto.
This is Snake.
Ok, aquí es Snake, me recibe.
Alan, glad to see you landed safely.
I got
Ok,
flown pretty far off target.
caímos lejos del
Snake,
objetivo.
let's go over your mission objective.
Vamos a los
one
objetivos de
more
la
time.
misión, matar a DeVos.
Rescue Sokolov.
Ok,
Find
rescatamos
out what's
Sokolov.
happened to the Shagohod.
¿Qué pasó con
Then
qué pasó?
destroy it.
¿Qué pasó con el Shagohod? Destruir el
Eliminate
Shagohod
the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
y eliminar a
This mission will
DeVos.
be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Snake
Because
Eater.
I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major.
Eso es lo que le conviene a la
Hold on,
CIA, ya estoy
What
entendiendo.
now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have
The
missed
Great
that
Escape.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get
Mhm.
it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right, at least.
Pero no, eligió el equivocado.
But
But I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels.
Ok.
It was discovered by the Nazis.
Entonces
before
es
it was
como una
finished.
especie de cosa de
I
superstición,
watched the
¿no?
movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
Harry.
You know,
Okay.
let's just use
Back
Zero,
to
like
Zero.
we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
We start over from square one.
zero. My frequency is 140.85.
Como le pone énfasis cuando dice
Paramedic
1
is with us again on this
140,
mission.
que es
Is
como
this
su
her
nombre.
last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same
O
kind
sea,
of...
tenemos todo el peso del mundo
Her
sobre los
frequency is
hombros.
the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigurd.
Siguiente.
He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask
Ok,
him.
tenemos un nuevo
His
personaje.
frequency is 148.41.
Sigint.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same
Ok.
factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam
Hay
first.
que encontrarnos
He's
con
cleared the way
Adam.
for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, who
For
are
the
the
Patriots.
And Lali Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped
Lore
with a
fuerte.
45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
Tenemos
I
ahora
thought
una
standard
pistola.
funds procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
A ver.
Circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United
Ok,
States
esta es
government.
una misión
It will be
oficial.
necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent. To the Khrushchev regime, at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission.
Ujú.
Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out
Nada
nuclear
más que
war.
una guerra nuclear.
Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
No es por ponerte
Understood.
presión, pero si
Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Si fallas, nada más va a empezar una pequeña guerra nuclear. La tercera guerra mundial. Entonces, vamos a hacer un mini resumen de todo lo que está pasando. La misión virtuosa, que fue la primera, fracasó, porque algo que no contábamos sucedió. Resulta que como murió Kennedy, el gobierno de Khrushchev, el actual presidente de Rusia, en el juego, perdió bastante poder porque él era un aliado, algo así, después de lo de los misiles cubanos. Pero como Kennedy murió, el gobierno de este tipo Khrushchev se vio bien debilitado, tambaleó, por lo tanto los del GRU, es decir, Volgin y esa gente, vio un chance para meterse y robarle el poder. Entonces, ¿qué pasó? De Vos, no sabemos por qué razón, se mete al bando de esta gente, del GRU, con Volgin, y reúne el Cobra, la Cobra Unit, la unidad Cobra. Y le trae 2 misiles de regalo, la ayuda a llevarse a Sokolov, y de paso capturan el Shagohod siendo el arma bipedal nuclear inmensa que está fabricando nuestro amigo Sokolov, bajo órdenes de la Unión Soviética. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Teniendo este tipo Volgin, el Shagohod de su poder tiene mucha fuerza. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Nadie contaba con que Volgin se volviera loco y utilizara esos misiles de regalo que De Vos estaba llevando para destruir la fábrica donde estaba trabajando Sokol. ¿Qué pasa? Como en la misión virtuosa, una nave nos llevó cerca del punto de aterrizaje para que Snake empezara la misión virtuosa, los radares detectaron esa nave y justo pasó lo de la explosión. Entonces ellos van a decir, coincidencia, imposible. Fueron los gringos que trajeron un misil y nos explotaron. Y esta nave en el radar lo confirma. Entonces, Estados Unidos con justa razón niega esto, pero dice, esto pasó, De Vos desertó. Al De Vos desertar y llevarse 2 cabezas nucleares se puede explicar, pero ellos podrían decir, ajá, pero ¿qué tal si esa desertada es que tú, gobierno de Estados Unidos, mandaste a De Vos aquí a Rusia y la mandaste a explotar y a joder? Entonces él dijo, si quieres probar tu inocencia, tienes que matar a De Vos y de paso a Volgin. ¿Y por qué? Porque si no, vamos a empezar una guerra nuclear contra Estados Unidos. ¿Qué te parece? Entonces Estados Unidos está entre la espada y la pared, porque Estados Unidos ahora aquí se forman como 3 bandos. Los del GRU, que son los de Volgin y De Vos, el gobierno actual de Rusia, que es el de Khrushchev, y los Estados Unidos. Y por ahí tenemos en Estados Unidos a Foxhound, que es la unidad del Major Zero con Snake y bueno. Entonces, ¿qué sucede aquí? ¿Qué intereses tiene Rusia? Rusia quiere que Estados Unidos pruebe su inocencia, matando a Volgin para de paso sacarse a Volgin del camino y no tener a nadie roncándoles por el poder. Y maten a De Vos para probar su inocencia y además sacarse a De Vos del camino porque puede ser una posible traidora. ¿Cuáles son los intereses de Volgin? Tener a De Vos y el Shagohod para destruir el gobierno ruso. Y los intereses de Estados Unidos son destruir el Shagohod para que Rusia como país, sea quien sea que esté en el poder, no tenga esa ventaja táctica en la guerra nuclear. Y recuperar a Sokolov para que Sokolov no termine el Shagohod ni les fabrique otra arma a los rusos, sino los gringos tener el poder mental, la materia de la información de Sokolov para poder tenerlo a él en su arsenal y fabricar armas para el gobierno de Estados Unidos. Entonces, aquí entra Snake. Nosotros, Foxhound, somos los encargados de mandar a Snake a matar a De Vos, destruir el Shagohod y llevarse a Sokolov de vuelta. El gobierno de Rusia, como es una petición directa del presidente que matemos a De Vos, sabe que estamos nosotros ahí. Los que no lo saben son los del GRU. Entonces, Rusia nos está prestando por debajo de la mesa una pequeña ayuda. Esa pequeña ayuda es Adam y Eva, que son como una especie de informantes y además un satélite ahí nos están prestando. Son como una especie de informantes que nos van a ayudar un poco con el tema de la misión que tenemos que cumplir. Entonces, ese es todo el contexto de la misión Snake Eater. Espero haberme explicado bien. Espero que esto haya quedado muy comprensible y no tengo más nada que decir, muchachos. Empieza la misión Snake Eater. Tuvimos como, al igual que en el Metal Gear Solid 2, una especie de introducción bastante irrelevante a la hora de... O sea, todo lo que conseguimos ahí se perdió. Todo el loot. Tenemos nuestra arma con silenciador. Entonces, todo lo que encontramos antes se perdió. Las gafas de visión térmica. La verdad que todo no sirvió de nada. Toda la comida, todo eso, no conservamos nada de eso porque ya esto es otra misión. Esto es una semana después. Y aquí estamos nosotros. La verdad que este ya no es silenciador. Digo, tranquilizador. Podemos usarla para matar. Pero no queremos malgastar necesariamente el silenciador ni las balas. Bueno, ya que estamos naked, desnudos, voy a ir a por un caballo. Está ahí colgando. Vamos a aprovechar los chances para... Escuchas el caballo, ¿no? Atención, atención a la escena.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Parece que todavía no era tu hora de morir.
Boss,
That arm still hurt?
La mismísima de voz. Una vez
what are
más.
you doing here?
No quiere que Snake se entrometa. Si Snake hubiese jalado el gatillo, ya, fin del juego. Casi.
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead.
Los Gru y mis hijos te esperan
You
más
don't have a
adelante.
prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Le dijo, no, no tienes chance, Snake. Los Cobra te van a destruir y los Gru también. Y él todavía sigue como indignado, como que vos, pero ¿qué pasa? Coño, no, vos nos coñaseaste ya otra vez. Ni una semana ha pasado.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
Hizo bulla. Está haciendo bulla para que nos vengan a encontrar. Dios mío, cómo quiero ver a The Boss en HD en el nuevo Metal Gear Solid Delta, por favor.
That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
Ah, no, les dio chance de que se distrajeran mientras escapamos. Cuando llueve aparece The Zorro.
You ought to be able to run
Detallazo.
that car.
Why'd you defect?
I
Estas
didn't.
escenas. No deserté.
I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings?
Qué fuerte.
You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me.
No espero que me perdones.
But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
La bandana es la que tenía The Boss. Oh.
If we meet again, I'll kill you.
Nos hizo mierda otra vez.
Now, go home.
Qué fuerte. Nos hizo mierda y nos quitó el arma. No sé qué nos hizo. Nos destruyó, nos dejó así. Con la mano así. Major Zero, the boss fucked me up again.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Sí.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible.
¿Cómo
The man
sabría?
the boss is working with Volgin isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss
Ah,
destroyed
sí, nos
it.
destruyó la
Snake,
pistola.
I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is
Ay,
waiting.
ay.
Scouts have
Ahí
probably already
está
been sent out
el
to investigate the explosion.
mismísimo detalle del que
Lost
nos
your
hablaba la
weapon,
misma de
That
voz.
means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Ese debate es muy fuerte en el que pone Snake, ¿no?